What's up, y'all? Dr. Dustin Jones, physical therapist here, and we're talking about the top 3 exercises for arthritic hips. If you've got arthritis in your hips, these are our top 3 things to help with lowering your pain and also strengthening those hips. The stronger your hips are, the easier life is going to be. So let's look at the first one. The first one is actually more of a stretch. So I want you to find a chair, an ottoman, maybe it's a step of the stairs in your home, and I want you to take that hip that's bothering you. So for me, let's say it's my right hip, and put it up on that step. Then I want you to take 1 or 2 hands and drive that knee outside of your foot and then lower your chest down. And you're really trying to push that down and then lowering your chest. And what that's doing is giving a really good stretch to that hip that for a lot of people can feel really good. This is good to hold maybe for about 30, 60 seconds, and you can kind of oscillate to the end and come off a little bit like so. And that's a really good stretch. Once you've done that, then we're gonna go on to what we would call a hip thrust. This is a really good exercise that strengthens your hips. You wanna find probably the edge of a couch, ottoman, something along those lines that has some padding. I'm gonna use this box. And you can come down and you can use weight if you want to, like a dumbbell. I'm gonna have it on my waist and I'm gonna slide on down to where the edge of that surface is kind of right in my mid back. My feet are slid out a little bit and I let my hips come down and then I thrust my hips up as far as I can go. And your hips are having to work to bring them up, and that's a really good strengthening exercise. This is a hip thrust. So that's number 2. The third one is going to be what we would call a deadlift. This is where you're lifting dead weight off the ground. Really important to be able to do. Really good for your back. It's good for your hips as well. So if I have a weight like so, I'm going to stand over top of this weight. I'll move this box over here. And this weight is kind of right in the middle of my feet. I'm going to think about touching my butt back towards the wall. My back is going to stay straight. And I go down and then come up. I'm gonna show you this angle. Notice my back stays relatively straight. Send my butt back towards that wall. I tap the weight right in between my feet and then I come up. Really good for your back, but also really good for arthritic hips. So that is our top 3 exercises for your hips if you have arthritis.